I definitely have the wrong tripod for this. The it's a very windy location and there's a lot of noise, but I'm just being called to record the shuffling. I guess we'll do a voice over later. That could be it, or who knows. So the letters T and Y could be significant. I'm not gonna keep cards out because they will fly away. The wind just comes out of nowhere. But yeah, T and Y, but also thank you. My God, what interesting, look at this interesting energy. It's like after the heartache is when you can lift this veil, right? You see that? Now you're wearing it on your head as a crown. Oh wow, so your downfall was your initiation. That is very interesting. Yeah. 111. Wow. Your downfall was your initiation. That would resonate with whoever needs to. And don't make it fit. Part of this could be for you, but part of it is not. So just let it go. Yeah, it's literally that same message that I just said. It's not even a message, it's just like confirmation. Like, you should know what's meant for you and like what's really your message and what's not. Discernment, it's very much tangible to you. Like, it's palpable how good you are at discernment at the moment. People are also seeing you differently, or they're seeing like a different side of you. Okay, I don't want to say, okay. I don't want to say that it's a more authentic side of you, but it is kind of like a fulfilled side of you. So it is more authentic, or that's how we would perceive it in like the 3D. Your walls they're not up, okay? If anything, it's interesting because now I want to add these two. So 9 and 3 equals 12. 12 might be significant. The number 12, maybe the number 3 as well. 2, 2, 4, 8. I don't know. All right. It almost sounds like all of those numbers are multiples of each other. The color red could be significant too. And like red cars, red trucks that you're noticing. Yeah, they're like little confirmations. Ooh, big butterfly. Wow. Maybe not little confirmations, big confirmations. Because this butterfly is humongous. And it's black and white. No, I'm sorry, black and white. Black and yellow. Black and yellow. Like the song. That's interesting. But yeah, you're getting a lot of signs and synchronicities. Okay, there's something about something that I do. And if you guys steal this, at least give me credit if you're sharing it. I pick random, very unique colors and I give them to cars. Cars, the chariot, shut up. They want me to share this and I will. So yeah, give them to cars. And for example, yellow for me, but it has to be like a bright, in your face yellow. For me signifies joy, and it makes me giggle every time I see one. All right. And then neon green, and I mean neon, it has to be obnoxiously neon because it has to be unique colors that you don't see every day, because or else again it wouldn't be significant, or it would but you wouldn't be paying attention to it. So they're very loud with you, your spirit guides at this time. Okay. Or maybe this person that's sending you messages. Okay. Yeah, so neon green for me is usually like abundance, but also like joy and happiness. Oh wow, I'm seeing a pair of birds. I don't know what kind of birds they are, but they're huge. I don't think they're gonna come up on camera. I don't know. Maybe they're right there. I don't know. Maybe. Ah, yeah, they are right there. Perfect. I can't zoom in anymore, but yeah, I don't know what those are. I'm taking some pictures. I just want to take some pictures. Anyways, yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, I gotta fix you again. All right, there we go. So yeah, what we were talking about, big signs, synchronicities. I think the birds are gonna eat some of the vegetables that I brought. I bring offerings to the trees. You should do that if you go to like a park very often, but not just the trees, like everything around them. And then the trees decide whether it's safe or not to share, and then they share it. But yeah, I went shopping today. There's a lot of, why is everything very personal? That's very interesting to me. I don't usually talk about myself in readings because I feel like I'm imposing something on it, but maybe it's meant for like confirmation. Is that it? Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because you've been like in a state of solitude where you're feeling like you're the only one doing the things that you're doing. And that is not true, my friend. You are not the only one. And I don't mean that in like a way of like taking away from the things that you're doing, because you're doing great. But don't think that you were alone in this. Yeah, this card flew away, came back. You're not alone. Okay, the divine really wants you to know that. These birds are freaking beautiful. I'm pretty sure they're mates. That could be for someone. That's really cute. Wow. Sorry, I'm like mesmerized because they're beautiful. Okay, so yellow is joy. We're going back to the cards, okay? Uh, yellow is joy. Neon green is abundance, and for like also like happiness. Pink, like I mean pink is self-love. It's like they're little reminders, right? Red usually is very passionate things or fiery energy, moving forward energy. And I did see a red truck earlier leave the park, so you know, maybe if you're seeing the color red a lot, especially in cars, and a red that it's like significantly like attention calling, you know. Anyways, so yeah. And then I advise you to pick like one very, very specific, unique, incredible color that you can only imagine in your freaking head, right? And you say, if I see that, it's a huge shift, right? And when I tell you, you will see it, you will. Or like, it could be like a specific model of car that you know is like incredibly unique. Oh, yep. And it'll show up if it's the time. It's what I'm getting. It'll show up. There's so much confidence propelling you though. Yeah, there's so much confidence. Look at this. That's interesting. What's behind this? Yeah, this is over. I feel like the confidence is coming from this energy of you recognizing just how like tapped in you are. And it's not so much that you're tapped in, it's more that the divine is tapping in with you. Like you're not seeking things anymore. That is very powerful, collective. That's very, very powerful. Not seeking, but receiving. Ooh, that is the Empress in the High Priestess energy, right? You're a High Priestess, but you're not seeking anymore. You've set your intentions. They've sailed away. That's Six of Swords. Yeah. Your intentions have sailed away, you know? And now you're ready to receive. And without putting up a fight, honestly, this feels like that's the past. And if anything, that's what's changing. If you're like in the thick of it right now, of that alchemy process. Maybe there's something that you're still learning a bit about, but I feel like there's completion coming up. Yeah. Like you've arrived somewhere, you know? It's done. You turn the page. Portal energy. There's some there's something hidden here that's part of, like, you remember when we saw this in the Ace of Swords, and it is like clarity and messages, right? So there's something hidden that has been hidden, but not really hidden, because you've always had access to it. If anything, it just made you feel, oh, that is very okay. All right, hold on a second. Just all right. There's development here and closing of a cycle that you felt had you trapped. Not the gunshots. I am not in any danger or any part of where I live in any danger. I'm just in a very rural place, and people have guns, and it's Florida, and they're shooting their guns. All right. That is, maybe gunshots are significant. I'm sorry. That's dangerous, and I don't know. I just got like a little oof out of that. Okay. The song from Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of, it's playing in my head now. The star, the four, okay. Ooh, are you healing some rage in like a very healthy way? You're also like being authentic when it comes to your rage. Ooh, as a feminine collective, I'm speaking to the feminine collective here, okay? If you resonate with that, it's for you. If you don't, maybe it's not for you. I don't know, right? So you are acknowledging in real time. You're not like waiting, 2 days to process something. No. Especially your anger, your rage. And that is very healing to the divine masculine within you, collective, okay? So you're processing rage instantly. And you're making connections about how to address it the next time something like this happens. You're noticing the triggers, but like you're accessing it right away, and you're like fixing it. Like literally, no hesitation. You go in, you're like a little surgeon, or like, I don't know, I'm seeing like a little shrimp, I don't know, just being like, I don't know, that's what I'm seeing. Oh my god, have you ever guys seen like squirrels hide seeds or nuts, how they like had it, like they dig a hole super fast, and they're like looking around and no one's seeing them, and they put it in, like they bury it, and then they tap it, and they even like fluff the it's honestly behavior that should be observed, and they're super cute. But yeah, that's you. Like you go in real fast and you're like you fix it. Yeah, you, oh my god, the fact that analogy came to my head of planting a seed. Yeah, it's like you make a new like neurologic connect, I don't know if that's a word. Anyways, like your brain is rewiring, and you might think it's well, is it magic or is it science? Both. Science is magic. and science is magic that has been explained, and magic is science that hasn't been explained yet. So they go hand in hand, I think, especially in this reality. But yeah, alchemy is literally there. Like if we all want to agree with the law of you cannot create or destroy energy, you can only transform. That is what alchemy is. As above, so below, as within, so without. You're taking something in and something else is being spilled on the other side of it. Everything balances itself. Nature definitely tells us that, shows us that very, very aggressively. There's nature literally balancing shit out. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Yeah, exactly. So you are in this very magnetic era, And you could tell that you're in a very magnetic era, because even the universe is like at your feet, my friend. Like, that is beautiful. And then, like with signs and synchronicities, right? And then there's someone else who's they're in the, like, the shadow. That I feel like that's what was behind the moon. Yeah, that's what it was. That words. That is what was behind the moon. Someone. See, like behind that curtain. I don't think. Okay, I don't want to say that, because I was gonna be like, oh, I don't think it's important for you to know. Ooh, not those two. Okay, yeah. If anything, that's not what I mean. What they mean is, it's not important. You need to put this down. It's not important for you to know the next step. Because again, we go back to you're alchemizing the energy that you are being triggered to work on. So if you work on your rage, and then you're channeling somewhere else, and you are, think about how you're doing that. Like, let's say something triggers you one day, and then, like, it's 12, and that's when the trigger came in, and then 2 hours later you're like processing it, and then the next day you find yourself active, feeling better enough to, like, do the things that you wanted to do. Like, you know what I mean? There's something about that. And there's the moon. Okay, I'm gonna ask about the moon, because and this was behind the moon. And this was there too. What the F is happening? What the F? That's not me. I say the word fuck, so that's interesting. Okay. And I don't know where I'm going to post this, or if I'm going to post this, so I'm just going to talk how I want to talk. The moon, the Hierophant, and the Hangman. What the? First of all, it feels like these two are these two, right? Okay. Yeah, even like, yeah. Look, blue, red, whatever. Okay. But they also feel like the pillars. And look at the pillars here too. And this feels like a pillar as well. The threshold. That word is being said, and like, I've been receiving it for so long. So initiation, threshold, literal alchemy. There's that threshold again, right? And even I would go even further. There's a portal behind it, but there's a portal behind that one. And there's something about let me cover the. Oh, okay. The portal, even though you know it's there, you're not able to see it until, again, you're alchemizing those shadows that are coming up. Okay, that's simple enough. I say that so jolly, but yeah, I think that's simple enough because you're already doing it. So it's more of like, just keep doing what you're doing, which feels like, yeah, working through a lot of the triggers. Sometimes it's like not being chosen. Sometimes it's having too many choices. And then sometimes it's like impending doom that you're working through. Literally, look at how you're doing it though. You're not even doing it like, as a king or a queen, even the empress. You're doing it as the magician. That's how you want to be doing it. This is chaos magic too, it feels like. Because you have all the tools to deal with the emotional body, which is what's being very heavily triggered, and alchemized at the same time. Look at that. Breaking down the walls. And it's like she shows up saying, I'm all good. I got my own portal. This looks even better to me than what the Hierophant had or what the Justice had. This is because you created this one. It's like whatever door closes and divinely closed, doors that are divinely closed to you. Oh, that is interesting. That's what the divine is like. So being like, nope, it has to be the one you create. Oh, that is beautiful. That is really beautiful. Because yeah, this portal looks fun to me. Yeah, this looks better. This looks way better. Because you create something that you're giving birth to. Yeah. And it's such like, again, with the alchemy, leading with a gentle soul but a strong will, with a gentle heart but a strong sense of who you are and what you stand for and not wavering. There's a lot of respect from nature towards you because of that. That's really interesting that this coming through like that. You're being crowned in a way as well with like what you give is what you're receiving at this moment. There you go again with that. Do you see how like that's not appetizing to me? Like at all? And it shouldn't be to you. It's neither is this. It's literally because those are divine redirections that you've had. You're gonna be realizing that soon. It's gonna be like night and day how you're realizing that, damn, that really should have, that's why that didn't work out for me. It really did not need to work out for me. That is really interesting. Like when I tell you, it's like such a like a, this makes so much sense. This is why this didn't do, I didn't do this, or they didn't do that, or exactly. Okay. Anything else? Because I feel like I'm done. Okay, they want to touch upon the other person. What about the other person? There's some apprehension here. About what? I don't know. Oh, okay. I guess the apprehension is about having to, why there's a need to, I don't know, this person feels like they need to defend their offering to you. Like they feel like it has to, honestly, it's intimidating a bit. And I'm sorry if that's triggering. That could be triggering. Oh my goodness. Trigger warning. You could be a little intimidating because you have your own and you held your own. There's that strength card again of, what was it? You're leading with a gentle heart and a gentle soul, but you stand on business, quite literally, with Queen of Pentacles energy. So this offer, they feel like they need to defend it. They need to like prove something because you already have it. So like, oh my God, what movie is that? It's like a movie or a TV show where like the girl's like, I have everything I need. I don't know, something like that. And then the guy's like, it doesn't have to be gender specific, but the guy's like, then what am I here for? Then what do I do? Then what do you need me? I don't know, something like that. And I don't mean to like make fun of that feeling. I get it. Oh God. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this person really thinks. They honestly are like so inclined to offer you this. Like that's all they think about. But they're like, no, because that what they also think about is like, oh, they're not gonna want that. They're not gonna want that. They see you as the Four of Cups, but because your energy is the Nine of Cups, but they're perceiving it as the Four of Cups. Again, that sense of completion. Oh my God, that sense of completion. But little do they know, right? That you are, sure, you're the Queen of Pentacles, but you know who you also are? You are the Nine of Pentacles. So that pentacle that they were going to offer would have been the 10th, right? They think you're the Four of Pentacles. Sorry, I keep saying Four of Pentacles. They think you're the Four of Cups, but little do they know, oh, maybe that's what's behind the portal for them, the thing that they need to discover. And I think it comes with them taking action. It's either you take action or you never know. Like, do you want to find out or not? Like, fuck around and find out. It's kind of like the thing that this is saying. Yeah, you're the 9 of Cups, and this will be the 10th. So you will not be pushing it away. You will be receiving it because you are in receiving mode. That is your default at the moment, which is why you're receiving confirmations, you're receiving synchronicities, you're receiving sorry, my train of thought literally left me. But yeah, you're just receiving in general. Oh, you're receiving triggers, you're receiving opportunities to make new pathways of thinking, so that things don't get to you to a certain, to a certain like degree. But yeah, since you're receiving, they shouldn't. Okay, the thing is that part of their lesson is taking the plunge, jumping in. That could be what they're working on right now, on releasing that. Oh, that's the 2 cards from the beginning. So we started with this person's energy. That's interesting. But you're mirroring it back in some way, but maybe not. It's, if anything, you are the mirror this time, but because you know what this feels like, you know what taking the plunge feels like. Okay. And it's so beautiful that you're going to be in the receiving end of someone taking the plunge, right? You're going to be in the receiving end of someone offering you something, and you get to be generous and beautiful and loving in accepting it, which is something that you were never granted in the past, where I feel like you took the plunge. It was not well received, or it was, but it wasn't. Yeah. How healing is that? You get, that's really beautiful energy. That's what we all talk about when we say healing together, right? Someone's healing some energy from their side, and little do they know, at the receiving end, it's the person that's also healing from that. Wow, what a beautiful connectivity. Offers all around, guys. Offers all around. I've seen every ace except for the Ace of Cups. Now that makes me want to look for it. We've seen the Knight of Cups. Where's the Ace of Cups? Let's see where the Ace of Cups. Shut the front door. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You literally are manifesting this Ace of Cups. And you're not even doing it on purpose. You're just doing it by being you. That's even the more beautiful part. Oh my God. Okay, that's the message. Keep being you. Keep manifesting your reality and your path, because you're doing it. You're doing great, sweetie. Okay.